history belongs to Derrick Lewis and Derrick Lewis alone.
Third round, buddy, you ready? Buddy, you ready? Buddy, you ready? Fight.
Jason Herzog calls for the start of round 3.
So the corner of Lewis said, listen, just knock this guy out. We need 2, 3, 4 punch-long combinations. He's throwing 1, 2. The coach wants 3, 4, and 5. Nascimento so far hasn't really shown much of a threat on the feet. He's shown that he can take the shots, he can weather the storm, but his game plan's clearly obvious, get the fight down. Oh, Carl Lewis coming in.
Falls forward.
That's it.
Lewis pounces and unloads.
Derrick is raining down.
Another name to the hit list of the Black Beast. As he does what he does best and extends his all-time knockout lead in St. Louis, and there go the shorts.
There go the shorts indeed. I'm telling you.
Guys, I'm buying it. I buy that this is peak Derrick Lewis. I'm all in on it.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, here comes the cup.
Yeah,
Let's
tighten up that frame.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say.
gonna get chucked.
Let's hope it's just the cup.
Yeah, it is. What's he gonna?
Which way is he sending it?
What's he gonna do with it? Luckily, he's on the
I'll
other
catch
side
it.
of the
Michael,
octagon.
get it. Get it.
I've always wanted to be a bridesmaid.
They threw it into the media section, and please wash your hands, gentlemen, in the blue jacket.
Did he catch it?
I mean, that
It is
shot,
15 knockouts in the octagon for Derrick Lewis.
that one right there, you see Nascimento trying to stay on the feet. He just wobbled. You could feel the impact. It almost wobbled the octagon. And then these follow-up shots, Laura.
I mean, he clips right here, right the top of the head, right above the ear of Nascimento, and that is all it takes when you have the vaporizing power of Derrick Lewis. About 11 for the road, and there was no way that Nascimento was coming back from that shot. I mean, beautiful right hand over the jab of Nascimento. Let's take a listen to it. We love how these sound.
Now he's climbing. What he's doing now is he's trying to break the grip behind the neck, and in doing so, if he does break the grip, he will have that left arm isolated. And Derrick explodes to get out of that position. Jack's taking his back.
Wow.
Derrick's on top.
Nice transition.
Big shot by Derrick.
May's got to be careful. He's taking a couple of those off his arm, which is good.
But Derrick's got some serious power. Just one of those can stun you.
We've seen
and he
that
hit him hard
before.
again. Oh, another big one. Derrick's on top now.
Great chess match, Joe. Back and forth. Well, this is heavy ground and pound.
This is a bad position
May's
for
gotta
Jack
be careful.
May. He certainly does. Now he's standing up. Oh, big elbows by Derrick.
We've seen those in fights as well.
Oh, he went to try to take him down, but he got down to the ground himself.
45
on
seconds.
Top. Oh, big
Trying to
shot
finish
by
him right
Derrick.
here.
Jack May's in trouble.
May trying to intelligently defend himself. And it is all over.
That's it.
Derrick Lewis
Finishes
Jack May.
Big victory for Derrick Lewis.
He wins his UFC debut. Joe, when he got space, he was violent with his ground and pound.
It was all about, wow, he's in big trouble.
Yep.
He got hit hard. You know, what? It was all in the small amount of space that Derrick Lewis needed to land a couple of big shots. And then from one big shot to the next, he kept getting deeper and deeper in the hole. And Jack May was in some serious trouble. Look, in this transition, he tried to take the back, lost the position, then boom! Derrick Lewis capitalized on this opportunity, and every one of these shots he lands gets Jack in deeper and deeper trouble. And Big John McCarthy is telling me that Jack may have torn his knee in one of those exchanges.
Yep, John just came over and motioned that his knee went.
And it could have possibly been in that transition from the back mount. but it certainly didn't help to have Derrick Lewis dropping bombs on him like that.
As is the machine, Merab Dvalishvili. Derrick Lewis opens with a switch knee!
Oh my goodness! Oh!
Pays out, covering up already!
Derrick went after him!
Derrick's got him in big trouble. He's full measure.
Problem.
Pays out, trying to hip escape, but covers up now! That knee might have really stunned him.
Big shot from Derrick Lewis. That's
Oh,
it.
the Lord again! The Black Beast! Derrick Lewis!
Oh my goodness. Guns blazing.
He did his socks off. Oh my goodness!
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness! Look at this guy!
Oh, the shorts for Joe Rogan.
Derrick!
Wow!
Oh my God. Oh, look at him go. Look at him in there.
That is crazy. Nobody wins more fun than Derrick Lewis.
Oh my God, he's so much fun.
What a guy.
Joe's gonna have to get it together before the post-fight interview. A record 14th knockout
Oh my God.
in that
I'm
octagon for
crying.
Derrick Lewis.
Okay, let's take a look at the start of the fight. I mean, he just came running at him. Flying knee immediately, drops him, gets on top, big shots. Lima's trying to get a heel hook, but Derrick is just dropping bombs on him. Let's see it again here. Flying knee, boom, right on the chin. Big bombs from the top. Now here's the end of the fight. Just slamming punches down on him.
And Lima turns over just to block himself.
Yep, then he gets the mouth. And Lima's just delirious here. I mean, he's just getting hammered by the biggest knockout artist in the sport.
At this point, he's just trying to limit the damage. He's not moving, he's not shaking. He's like, let me stay covered so I don't take anything that's really damaging to me.
And what a great strategic play. I'm curious how long they had planned that. But what a strategy to employ for Derrick Lewis, who just chucked his cup into the crowd as well. Well, everyone in South Florida raving about Guto Inocente. Pays for the lead leg kick there.
Yeah, Lewis ate a heavy leg kick there from Inocente. Turns it into a takedown. Trying to avoid those up kicks right now. Trying to keep posture. He's got to be careful he doesn't duck down too much. Oh, he was looking for a big right hand there.
Inocente able to shift just out of the way of that one. And Derrick Lewis, a guy who cuts a little bit of weight to make that heavyweight limit, weighed in at 264.
Inocente has to be careful not give up his back. Big right hands and he's out!
Derrick Lewis, yet another finish. And man, Guto Inocente not even sure if he knows where he is. So a disappointing UFC debut for him as he gets busted open by the Black Beast. Derrick Lewis, man, keeping it going. 2 up and 2 down thus far in the octagon.
Unbelievable the amount of power that he can generate. Off of a scramble, Inocente was trying to roll back to guard. Lewis just relentless.
Well, it's a division, Kenny, that needs some newcomers with talent. Enter Derrick Lewis. We get to the high performance highlight. It is brought to you by NOS. Drink NOS with Complex 6 for enhanced mental focus and high performance energy.
Well, we saw this as a battle of speed versus power. The speed of Inocente against the power of Lewis, and it was, of course, the power of Lewis that got it done.
Right hand after right hand, right on the button, again and again and again. It looked like he knocked him out, brought him back, knocked him out, brought him back. Herb Dean saw enough.
Woo, there's that roundhouse kick.
He will go airborne several times throughout the fight. Now he's putting the pressure on. And the left combination. Lewis is punching big now.
Chris
Look
is
out.
hurt.
Doc is covering up along the front.
I mean, come on, and then look at this.
Chris is cut as well. Big knee to the body.
How about Doc is still swinging back, big right. Oh, Lewis puts him out. Major knockout king. The most knockouts in UFC history belongs to Derrick Lewis and Derrick Lewis alone. And the Black Beast, as only he can, puts a stamp on 2021 at the UFC Apex.
That was sensational.
Yeah, I mean, listen, most knockouts, just one of the scariest, absolute scariest heavyweights on this roster, man.
And here he is.
Touches you.
I'm not sure what he's doing, but he's taking his shorts off.
Taking his shorts off. Wait. He's taking his cup out.
He's throwing.
Oh, no.
Come on, come on. All right. Don't do it.
Man.
Don't do it.
He did. He threw it out.
Oh, he
and
did
I feel for Daukaus as well. I mean, he looked like he was trying to recover as best as he absolutely could. This is a big step up in competition.
All right, that gentleman has a unique souvenir, and good to see Daukaus with a smile and respect, but wow.
I mean, when he had him backed up, he knew he had nowhere to run. Just keep swinging those bombs and one will connect. And a few connected. Daukaus stayed on the feet. It was a big knee, I think, here. Boom, there it is. Daukaus fires back, but then there it is, that little short one. The right hand got through. Another one put him square down. And then that is it. I mean, he folded.
Lewis, I mean, you're just in the absolute danger zone. Bob Perez, what a relationship those two have.
Lewis gets a quick breath.
Yeah, he's taking his time here,
absolutely
relaxing.
Gonna come down again.
And he went right into the guard of Ruan Potts, not worried about his guard at all. Potts trying to pin down the right arm of Lewis with his left forearm and may look for an armbar. But he can't be lazy about this. Got to control the posture as well. He's not doing that. Now he's controlling the posture. But again, he's tired, Mike. I mean, he's been tagged. When you're exhausted like that from punishment, it's very difficult to recover. It's not as easy as recovering from being exhausted by a burst of energy. I mean, he's been stunned. And it's just hard to get your bearings back. It's like that old Carlson Gracie moniker, you know, or a statement rather. Take a black belt, punch him in the face once, he's a brown belt. Punch him in the face again, he's a purple belt. I mean, and that's what we're seeing here. Potts is just super sloppy on the ground here now. And Derrick Lewis staying on top of him, applying pressure.
Joe, it's also like the old knockout game where you would see almost the meter of the man getting tagged go down and down and down.
Yeah, you see the health bar drop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Potts is on his way out. If Derrick Lewis can put together a combination here while he's on top like this, I believe that he could take Potts out. And look at Potts' face. He's in agony here. Look at his face there. I mean, just trying to recover. I mean, you got to think this guy has been hit by some bombs.
And another one right there.
Oh, that's a hard one, Mike. This is it. This is it right here.
Gonna give up his back.
It's over. It's over here. This is over.
Jaron Villel right there. We saw this position a moment ago.
I mean, Potts is just completely bewildered. Look at this. Derrick Lewis is going to submit him. Oh, man. He just didn't quite know what to do.
He does have one win by armbar.
He was, like, thinking about it, like, man, I forget how this works.
Yeah, okay, let's just punch him some more.
Oh, he's just on top of him here, full mount now. And Ruan Potts just...
He's a tough dude.
No, he's got a hip escape. He's got a hip escape again.
Look at the head strikes.
He's just getting eaten alive here by Derrick Lewis.
48,
Derrick is relaxing.
49.
Derrick's taking his time. Let me just take a break here, catch my breath, lie on top of him. I mean, Ruan Potts, at this moment, he's got to be hip escaping, bucking, hands on the hips, moving.
But
he's just so hurt here, Mike.
Like you said, he's probably got nothing left to be able to do
this
that.
This fight's over.
It's almost there.
It could have been stopped
right here, Derrick Lewis.
It's it.
It is all over. Derrick Lewis stops Ruan Potts.
A very good stoppage. And in fact, could have been stopped a few seconds earlier. Ruan Potts just got bombed on by Derrick Lewis.
Derrick Lewis, very judicious and utilizing his position and winning here tonight. Our move of the fight is sponsored by Metro PCS. Metro PCS presents the champion of our offers, unlimited 4G LTE for $50.
And this is tough to watch because this is just Derrick Lewis putting a beating down on Ruan Potts. And this is what Derrick Lewis is famous for. Seriously heavy hands, and Ruan Potts is just absorbing all of that power with his noggin, and that's never good.
Touch. That leg, stop that leg. More things, Steve, more things.
These guys have been on each other's radar for
Does it again! Do you believe it? Derrick Lewis with a knockout. He's got a dozen, tied for the most in UFC history. None bigger than knocking out number 2 in Vegas tonight.
I mean, there it is. The uppercut, I said before, the uppercut is the money shot for somebody trying to shoot. And when you deliver as much power as Derrick Lewis, I mean, Curtis is still unconscious right now. Let's take a look at it. Curtis shoots in from a distance. He sees it, boom, on the chin. That was it. Delayed reaction, he falls down. 1, 2, heavy shots. Man, so impressive. Uppercut to the dome, to the chin. He was unconscious there. He was already unconscious. And then 3 extra heavy blows. 1, 2, ooh.
Wow. Derrick Lewis with the trademark celebration after the trademark finish and another knockout.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, what else do you do when you see that? Curtis Blaydes looks so good, but unfortunately, he's still unconscious right now. But tonight belongs to Derrick Lewis. I mean, once again, that power.
There he's got free. There, and Pesta takes a deep breath.
Yeah.
Little uppercut there by Derrick.
And you know what, Joe? Pesta's working hard, obviously, too.
Good shots there by
Big
Derrick
connections
Lewis.
by Lewis. This is what he wanted. An opportunity to explode and attack.
He's got a sprawl, and he does. Nicely done by Derrick Lewis on top.
This is what we were talking about.
He's got to look out for that up kick. Boom, big shot by Lewis. Lewis on top here.
20 seconds.
Hammer fist by Lewis. Oh,
Pesta's in trouble.
Oh,
Big shots. 10.
big shots by Lewis.
Lewis with the hammer fist. Pesta trying to survive. Wow!
All sorts of damage delivered by Lewis at the end of that second round. Big difference in the fight now. And Pesta still dazed, laying on his back, struggling to get back up to his feet. Literally saved by the bell. Big hammer fist here by Derrick Lewis. A lot of these are grazing shots, but some of these got through. That's a big one that missed.
You want the loser's check or the winner's check? You got to finish him right here.
Think of the boys. Think of the boys, Derrick. You fight your fucking heart out.
You are too good for this.
You fight your heart out. Please put your right hand on him, please. I believe in you, bro. I love you. I believe in you. Do it for the boys.
I don't think anybody really ever does it for the boys. Boys are not in there with you. You do it for yourself. Maybe you do it for your family.
Unless the boys are your sons.
Yeah,
Then it's appropriate.
Yeah, maybe that's. It's hard to motivate someone when they're tired and headed to the third round. I think good advice to him is avoid the clinch at all costs. Keep that guy away from you. Use your footwork. Set up the uppercut in particular, because the way Pesta's coming in, he's coming in with his head chest level.
And put your right hand on it. I believe in you.
The left hand as well. Don't forget about the left, because Derrick Lewis can knock you out with either hand. But I think that Derrick should take a wide stance, and he should absolutely think about setting up the uppercut and making sure that he slides out of the way of these takedown attempts.
Pesta much more cautious here at the beginning of the third and final round.
He's probably still stunned.
No question.
And there's the right hand missed for Derrick. Here's a good sprawl,
working for it.
Good sprawl by Derrick to keep it going there. He's holding on to the shorts, though. Pesta's holding on to the shorts.
Significant strikes.
Oh, Derrick back on top again.
Most of those were the ground and pound, and he adds on here. Pesta cannot take much more of the ground and pound from Derrick Lewis. Good work with the legs there. Now he's mounted.
Full mount for Derrick Lewis.
Good transition.
This is terrible for Victor Pesta.
Lewis gonna finish it right here.
Big shots. That's it.
It is all over.
That's it.
Derrick Lewis wins here at home.
That is a big, big victory for Derrick Lewis, and a hard-fought victory, Mike. A very tough first round, a very tough beginning, and even a middle of the second round. But towards the end of that second round, he started to turn it around. And in the beginning of the third, his takedown defense was on point, and once he got him to the ground, he mauled him. And here's the takedown defense. And here he got to the mount. So he's inside control, steps over, gets full mount, and that was the beginning of the end. Big bombs being dropped by Derrick Lewis. Huge victory for Lewis in his hometown.
Robert Perez in the corner of Derrick Lewis saying, we want no part of that grappling exchange. Lewis spent some control time outside, big right. Oleinik is down, not yet out, but dealing with a whole world of trouble.
Derrick's got to try to get separation, make sure he's hitting the ear.
Hammer fist coming, hurt deep.
Stop.
That's it. The Black Beast does it again.
Wow.
He is alone at the top of the mountain. Most UFC knockouts for a heavyweight. He does it tonight in Las Vegas in round 2.
Yeah, he came out with that flying knee and was aggressive again. He came out in the first round with the jump kick or the left kick. I don't even think he jumped this time. But the ground and pound from the Black Beast, if he gets on top of you and you're hurt and he starts landing those hammers, it could be a bad night for you. As you see there, looks like Alexi's okay. Here we go. This is Derrick Lewis coming out. Good old flying knee straight to the chest. Big right hand right on the jaw of Alexei Oleinik, drops him, and then he does what he does best, and he just starts unloading with hammer fist and then ultimately big right hands to get him out of there. Beautiful finish, and most knockouts in UFC history, right?
Yes, he was tied with Cain Velasquez and Junior Dos Santos coming into this one. But a second round stoppage on the ground and pound makes Derrick Lewis your heavyweight knockout king. And look out, you got a 4th ranked heavyweight contender that is motivated and in good condition. Rode out the grappling in the first round.
Lewis told me this week he wants to dictate the pace of this fight, get moving forward. Immediately he's taken down, but nice job using his left arm to stay up and get right back to his feet. And this man, he is a nightmare when he's on top of you.
If you're looking for Supercross, you can find it over on FS2. So welcome to the UFC. Damian Grabowski just got his head out of the way of that right hand from Derrick Lewis.
Or else we'd be picking it up from underneath the octagon right now. In this scenario, you know, in his last fight against Victor Pesta, we saw a much improved ground game, better takedown defense. We could see the growth of Derrick Lewis in all aspects of MMA. But this is historically not been a place you want him, is on top of you, where he could just rain down bombs. Grabowski doing a nice job of doing some wrist control and trying to grind this down. Big hammer fist there.
And at least right now, Derrick Lewis wanting to keep Grabowski off of his back. Loads up on the right hand and lands. And that one opened Grabowski open. Not sure where that cut is, maybe on the top of his head.
That may actually be on Lewis from his hammer fist.
Massive cut.
Oh yeah,
on the top of the head of Damian Grabowski.
Lewis going for the submission. Obviously, that's Grabowski's world. Grabowski very accustomed to slower pace fights, likes to clinch and take guys down. Not a lot of tape on this guy on his back. He is not liking this right now.
Well, we build Derrick Lewis as perhaps the biggest puncher in this heavyweight division. Certainly living up to that billing here early. Just under 3 minutes to go in round one. Grabowski getting all he can handle in his UFC debut.
And you'll hear Lewis's corners tell him sometimes do it for the boys, and they're not talking about his buddies in the gym. Those are his sons. Derrick told me that's all he thinks about. That's it.
That is it. The Black Beast strikes again. And nearly punched a hole through the canvas after the win. Every single one of his UFC fights has ended by knockout. Derrick Lewis moving on up. Ooh.
A little scary when he hits the mat like that.
Let's get to the move of the fight, sponsored by Metro PCS, where you get nationwide coverage on the blazing fast 4G LTE T-Mobile network for $30 period.
And there was the cut. Punched the head and opened up that cut, and that was just beginning of the end. And Derrick was a nice shot, throwing the ankles to the side, coming down with the big right hand, and Grabowski just couldn't deal with the power of Derrick Lewis. Boom! Even when you block it, he just mashes your own fists into your face.
Oh!
Oh! There it is!
It's over!
There it is! Volkov trying to survive!
He gets it!
Volkov's out! The Black Beast! Lighting up Las Vegas!
Unbelievable!
Whoa!
He knew he had that punch.
That's exactly what we were saying! That is exactly what we were saying!
He hits so hard. Incredible finish.
Unbelievable! Volkov does not know what happened.
Volkov still getting his wits about him. They help him to his feet. The Black Beast has done it.
Goodness.
Unbelievable!
Where's Daniel Cormier at?
Wow.
Derrick Lewis.
Unbelievable!
It really is, though. It truly, really is.
It's crazy.
Unfreaking believable.
He's crazy.
He does not care. He'll take a nap in the middle of this octagon right now with the microphone in his hand when you're interviewing him.
That kind of power and that heart.
Heart is right.
He's touching his heart right there.
He knows.
Well,
outstanding.
Just when you thought his fan base couldn't
What a
swell
comeback.
anymore, I present to you UFC 229. This replay brought to you by Nemiroff. Bold character since 1872. How about that visual there?
And this is heavyweights, ladies and gentlemen. Boom! He waited the entire fight, a 1-2 down the middle, and then non-stop, disgusting ground and pound. Jab, overhand right, bam! On the money, folded the skyscraper to the floor, and then gets pounded into rubble on the ground. Bam! I mean, you see his head just fold back like a Pez dispenser as his mouthpiece falls out again. Insane power by Derrick Lewis. This man knows he had to tough it out and knew if he landed, it would be over, and he proved it. Look at that ground and pound. It's all over.
He has that break your face open type of power, and with respect to Cain Velasquez and everybody else, there may be no more dangerous ground striker at present in this heavyweight division than Derrick Lewis.
Well, I don't know. Just the amount of power that he has in that core and the way that he throws his punches is insane. I think he just took his pants off in the octagon. That's a new one for me.
Look at that.
I don't know why he did that, but he did do it.
With his own team out of Western Massachusetts, Worcester, Square BJJ.
Yeah, says he trains with a lot of his students. I don't know how he's gotten students the size he is. Sometimes big guys like training with those smaller guys. He's used to that speed. Nice combination.
Oh! Down goes Gonzaga. He's out. The Black Beast yet again. Man. That is one frightening individual. And Derrick Lewis takes advantage of the showcase tonight.
You can see now why Gonzaga wanted to hold that guy up against the fence.
One little opening, and more often than not, Lewis's opponent is twitching on the canvas. The move of the fight is sponsored by Metro PCS, where you get nationwide coverage on the blazing fast 4G LTE T-Mobile network for $30 period.
I mean, end of the round, he'd been controlled up against the fence long enough and just comes forward throwing bombs. And look at that big right hand slips through. And that is it. That is fight-changing power. Boom, right through the defense of Gonzaga. So dangerous when you get backed up against the fence. You start standing up straight, expose your chin. And that was all Derrick Lewis needed. And there's his patented celebration.
And Lewis will look to separate.
Tybura just not letting this go.
Spins Tybura down. And now it's Lewis who will look to go to work. He connects. Look out. The Black Beast is right back in it. Marcin Tybura is out. Dan Rugliata stops it. Derrick, the Black Beast Lewis, is a winner once again.
What did we say about power-laden fights? This guy has it. One shot on the chin, and this was done.
And Lewis will soak up this moment after fighting in Croatia and New Zealand, in Canada. He is in Texas. And he is a winner in the 3rd round. And oh, by the way, he's exhausted.
He earned that one.
Our move of the fight
did not go his way.
Our move of the fight is sponsored by Metro PCS, bringing you closer than ever to the UFC, putting knockout coverage in your hands by covering 99% of people in the U.S.
Look at these power shots to the left. That's what started off, but this right hand right on the jaw. Tybura tried to single leg afterward, tried to stay in the fight, but look at this, bang! Right there on the jaw, just under the ear. The rest of this is icing on the cake. Dan Rugliata, he's a big dude himself. Got in there, excellent stoppage. But look at this combination. Beautiful stuff by Derrick Lewis. You know he didn't have a lot left in the tank. He spent all of it.
Round 2 has been a disaster for Travis Browne, and it may get worse. Right hands from Lewis.
Good job by Browne to belly down. Let's see if he can get up and fight the wrist and the hands, and he gets up easily.
Great job by Browne. He's showing us some heart tonight.
He's gonna go right back to that body now.
Oh, and oh, the right hand sends Browne down again and possibly out. Yamasaki looking, and that's it. The Black Beast roars again. Knockout number 16.
Man, Derrick Lewis dug deep. Shook his head walking back to his stool after round 1. Made the adjustments, got inside, got it done. You gotta start taking this guy serious as a contender in the heavyweight division.
Believe the hype, Derrick Lewis.
I don't know if he's gonna get up. I don't know if he's gonna get up. He's taking his time after all those body shots.
Our move of the fight is sponsored by Metro PCS. Switch to Metro PCS and get a fast nationwide 4G LTE network for only $30, period.
Well, he was trying to counter the kicks better. He did there, gets in this flurry, lands a nice left hook that dropped him, and then started to pour it on. And this is the part where Travis Browne lets Mario Yamasaki know, hey, I'm okay, don't stop the fight. But here, comes over the top, catches him right on the crown with that right hand. Beautiful counter by Derrick Lewis. And here, honestly, I think this is a late stoppage. This fight should be stopped right here. He is no longer intelligently defending himself. You got to jump in and stop that fight. He does not need to put him to sleep here. Regardless, a huge comfort behind win for Derrick Lewis.
Browne still seated right now on the canvas. So too is Lewis, though. Both men exhausted.
But really just an awkward fight. Certainly not the fight we expected from these two guys.
Well, and there's an opportunity here, you would think, for Derrick Lewis to move forward and force the action, but little tentative, little flat-footed.
Yeah, and if he's worried about the nice knee, but if he's worried about the takedown, lower your stance a little bit. Work a knee behind that jab. He's got a lot of options there. He's looking for the uppercut. Double underhooks now. Let's see if he can keep him away from the fence and get the takedown. Oh, a little fence grab there, but it doesn't matter. He still folds under the weight. Now we're going to see Derrick Lewis get busy.
And he's got him up against the fence. We'll see if Derrick Lewis...
I don't see a whole lot of Abdurakhimov in terms of being able to withstand this. I mean, He's looked a little afraid the last 2 rounds. Lewis may be able to work in a stoppage if he gets busy with that right hand
and
here.
if he can trap that left arm with his knee, it could be the end for Abdurakhimov. So finally a dominant position on top for the Black Beast.
No attempt to get up for Abdurakhimov so far. Man, if Lewis, there he goes, knee on belly, and now just pound away.
Plenty of time with which to work. 90 seconds to go round 4.
Full mount. That's a lot of meat to try and roll off your body.
Oh, big right. Abdurakhimov covering up. So the Black Beast rallies and gets the round 4 stoppage win. Ugly at times, but the Black Beast emerges with another finish. The UFC winning streak is now 5.
And you see some frustration on the face of Derrick Lewis, his first main event. He deals with a lot of nerves. This will be big experience for him there. Take another look at some of the action here. Finally got double underhooks. Transitions to the double, gets the takedown. This was his plan. He wanted to put him on his back, finally got him there. And like I said, he doesn't look to control position. He looks to finish you from here. Maybe a little too focused on the takedown in this fight, and the game plan of Abdurakhimov certainly threw him off. Being taken down that many times in the first 3 rounds threw off Derrick Lewis, but he's able to get it done, even in a night where he seemed a little off mentally.
And there was certainly an urgency there in round 4. You know, took advantage of a 5-round fight, finally found his opportunity up against the fence and got Abdurakhimov out of there. So